Hello everyone and welcome to Rethink, Your Life, Your Choice. We bring community leaders, advocates, and Winnebago County residents like you together to work to find solutions to some of the most important health and prevention issues we are faced with every day. I'm your host, Emily Deeringer. Thanks for joining us today. We are excited to transform Winnebago County by implementing solutions that make a difference in our community's health, where our residents live, work, pray, play, and learn. Our first guests are representing Winnebago County's new Youth Coalition. I'll let them explain a little bit more about what that is. So with that, I welcome Desiree and Danielle. Thanks for joining me today, ladies. Hi. You can say hi. So can you tell us a little bit about who you are, where you go to school, stuff like that?
I'm Desiree Lloyd. I'm 17 and I'm a senior at Oshkosh West High School this year.
Excellent.
I'm Danielle Shea and I'm almost 16 and I'm at Oshkosh North High School this year.
And you actually go to kind of a subset of Oshkosh North, right?
Yeah, for 3 hours a day I'm in communities program, and we project-based learn, so we try and help the community and better it while doing projects and learning our content in science, social studies, and English.
Cool. So that's kind of like how you kind of got involved with Rethink and kind of this whole youth coalition kind of started. It's kind of the same idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you guys just got back from somewhere pretty cool.
We did.
Yeah.
Where was that and what was that all about?
Washington, D.C., actually. We attended the CADCA conference there, which stands for Community Anti-Drug Coalition Association. And there we were on the NYLI track, the National Youth Leadership Initiative, and learned how to prevent and pinpoint the problems in our community. So that was really exciting.
And how long were you there?
We were there for 4 days?
Yep.
Yeah, 4 days.
It looks like there was a lot of people there, youth from all over, like all over the country.
Definitely, yeah.
Nationwide, and
some people from all over the world actually were there. So it was really cool, and we had a few things together with like everybody, and then we had our own track that we would go to for most of it.
Awesome. You got to meet some pretty cool notables.
yes, the representatives. One day we went on to Capitol Hill and met some of our state legislators there and got to present to them our Rethink campaign and what we were going to be doing. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have not gone to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
and met with some of our U.S. Congress people and whatever, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So you're at this CADCA conference and you're on this youth leadership track and you get all this information. So what kinds of things did you like kind of think of as like a big takeaway or like your one like big thing that you learned out there that maybe you didn't expect to learn out there, or something that you were thinking about bringing back home?
One thing that we definitely hit on a lot was there's certain things that are nationwide that like are but whys for why kids get involved with alcohol and drugs, and but there's other things that are just associated with our community that are like but whys here, and we focused a lot on why is it in our community and not so much why is it a problem nationwide or worldwide, why is it a problem here? And I think that helped us kind of pinpoint and think of different projects we wanted to bring back and pinpoint what we want to work on more.
Yeah, because Wisconsin's kind of unique, especially if you're in a group of everyone from all over the states and they're like, oh, you're from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing they usually say about Wisconsin if you're at a anti-drug and alcohol conference?
It doesn't really fit. The whole motto, the out drinking your state from 1848 kind of idea is just the stereotype that most people associate with our state. So,
which is not generally the top 10 list that you want to be a part of, right?
Not exactly.
Yeah. No. So kind of explain a little bit more about your project that you're bringing back here from the CADCA conference.
Well, since we did pinpoint that we wanted to work on underage drinking in our area, we've had some meetings starting off the Youth Coalition, and we've noticed that since it is such like an event-based city, that working towards preventing just underage drinking in those kind of environments where there are a lot of people and a lot of just action and things going on in the town, that that can be a big focus for one of the things that we can work on.
Absolutely, yeah. Oshkosh is the city of events, and that is good in a lot of ways, but generally in the city of events in Wisconsin, you're going to probably have a lot of alcohol at those events, and that's not necessarily something that we want to model for our younger kids or high school students either.
For sure.
So awesome.
Yep. And we also are just more focusing on the education aspect of getting involved in youth and their lives and what they do, because we know as high school students how important it is to feel independent and to be able to make your own choices. So we feel that as a youth coalition, it's important for us to give people the tools to make their own decisions for a healthier lifestyle.
Absolutely. So going on that, what is this youth coalition? This is, I know, something that Rethink has been kind of working to try to get to the point for a few years, and now we finally we're like, yeah, let's do this. We can get it going, and we got some really awesome youth to help us do it. So can you explain a little bit about what the Youth Coalition is all about?
I think the Youth Coalition is really about getting kids involved and getting students in high schools and middle schools and that kind of thing to stand up and say, this isn't right, and let's take a stand against it, and let's find ways to change our community to make it better and to make it feel like we don't always have to go out and party and stuff like that. So I think it's really getting people to come together and state their beliefs and try and charge the mountain and make Oshkosh better and be that little bit of Wisconsin that isn't known as we drink all the time and that kind of thing. And I think that's really important.
And it's important to get that high school voice in there as well, just saying that there are kids and teenagers out there who do think that this is wrong, that underage drinking and substance abuse is not what kids should be involved in. And I think having an outlet for people to be like, oh, I agree with them as well, not just feeling like they are the minority making the healthy choices, that there also are other people out there who agree with the choices that they are making.
Absolutely. So what have you guys done so far with the Youth Coalition? Specifically are there people more than just you two? Are they from all over the place?
We've had 2 meetings now, and the first meeting we were kind of thinking more about but why here, and trying to pinpoint what we kind of wanted to do our project on. And the second meeting we really just brainstormed on okay, what are all the possibilities of projects, and then we have one coming up that will kind of narrow that down and be okay, what is our first project? What is our first step? So far it's just meetings and trying to figure out the projects and trying to get ready to implement them in our community.
Awesome.
And there's kids from West High School and North High School in Oshkosh, and I think Alex is from Winnebago County and things like that. So there's people from all across the area getting together and working on that. So it's
awesome.
Exciting. Yeah.
Very cool. And it sounds like you guys have a really thought out kind of plan where you're not just going to be we're going to hold a bake sale because we think that's going to change the culture of drinking. It's well, no, probably not. Right. So I'm really impressed that you guys are taking that time to come up with a plan and really look deep into those but why here's, why specifically in Winnebago County are things happening the way they're happening. So I applaud you for that, because sometimes having meetings and planning stuff out isn't always the funnest part of doing this kind of work. But then when you have the plan and then it works out, and then it's so much better.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we kind of realized when we had our first meeting, we were oh, we're going to focus on all the events, because we noted that we were an event city, and the only event in Oshkosh that or festival that doesn't have drinking is Life Fest, and that's because it's a Catholic Christian, so they just don't have it because that's not what they want there. But then we kind of realized, we're kind of jumping ahead of ourselves. Could we do that right now when we're just starting off? We're not big on people yet, so let's try and get our numbers up, and let's try and raise money and raise awareness of who we are first before we just jump to something extreme.
Yeah, so we definitely have big goals. That's not a problem, but the second meeting we were more focusing on school-based, maybe even getting just an organization within our own specific schools, as well as that would feed off of the community-based youth coalition, and just trying to narrow down what we actually wanted to do just to get going, to get our feet wet kind of so we could maybe lead up to working towards those events and things.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to see what happens with the Youth Coalition. I'm kind of jealous that I don't get to coordinate the Youth Coalition because youth are generally more fun than adults. No offense to all of our adult partners, but so thank you guys for coming today and sharing about your youth leadership training in DC and what's going to be coming down the road here locally in Winnebago County. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
So switching gears, we are taking a little field trip to Tipler Middle School to learn about tattoo. So and we'll hopefully see you on the other side. Thanks.